So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to go over two interesting PlayStation stories regarding expansions and Cyberpunk 2077 Sony certifications. And if you guys could hit that like button on the video, it would really help out a lot. And as always, I very much appreciate it. Now, the stories I want to talk about in this video are focused on Sony set to make a big expansion based off their latest job descriptions, and apparently people are putting some blame on Sony for letting Cyberpunk 2077 release the way it did, but a developer has come out to say it's not their fault, and we're going to dive into that. But first, let me know if you think it is Sony's fault for allowing Cyberpunk 2077 to release the way it did or not. We're going to get into this conversation in the video in a sec, but I want to know your thoughts before then. I personally don't think it's Sony's fault, but I get why the conversation went there because they are the platform holder. So comment below, do you think Sony is at fault for allowing Cyberpunk 2077 to release the way it did or not? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Cyberpunk 2077 releasing the way it did is not Sony's fault. According to veteran developer Rami Ismail on Twitter, he pretty much created a thread on Twitter going over why this is not Sony's or Microsoft's fault for the game releasing the way it did. Both companies have a certification process before the game can be released on their respective stores, but it's not meant to check bugs like the ones we're seeing in Cyberpunk 2077. I want to read two tweets from this thread, which I'll have linked down below, that kind of give you an idea of his explanation here. Certification is stuff like don't render critical stuff off screen, display warnings if your internet connection is lost, showcase the correct button labels, ensure unplugging and plugging back in your controller doesn't crash the game, stuff like that. Certification is not stuff like the textures pop up 5 seconds late, or objects are floating, or the game is glitching and my character is T-posing out of the car roof with no pants. That has nothing to do with cert, and even if that comes up in the cert, that's not the cert's job. So the idea here is that these certifications are checking general console related verifications. This cert process is not meant to be an alternative QA team for every developer that wants to release a game on PlayStation Network or the Microsoft Store, and that makes sense. Imagine if Sony had to have a team dedicated to testing games and reporting back bugs before the game releases on their store. Developers essentially can outsource their QA process to Sony at this point. They can submit a buggy game and Sony or Microsoft can test the game and report back bugs to fix, but that's not something that should be on Sony or Microsoft to do. It's on the developer to make sure their game isn't a buggy mess. In the case of Cyberpunk 2077, it passed the certification process clearly, but the developer CD Projekt Red allowed the game to release as buggy as it is, and honestly, it's hurting their name mainly at this point. But you guys let me know if you think Sony should test games for bugs or not before certifying it. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the second story of the video, Sony's major expansion. So this one caught me by surprise. The story here focuses on Sony's direct online store. This store is probably one of the best ways and fastest ways to get PlayStation products. I know some people have had issues with the PS5, but I've seen how fast they deliver with PlayStation Direct. The big bummer about this service though is that it's US only. Canada is not even serviced through this store, and we usually get things like this when the US has it, so I was surprised that we didn't get the service at launch, but now I'm surprised even more so because apparently this online retail service is expanding to Europe. This information comes from a job posting Sony has out right now that's called Director PlayStation Direct Europe. So if the name didn't give it away already, let's look at the description. The PlayStation Store and services, PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, businesses have continued to deliver substantial growth and represents a significant portion of Sony Interactive Entertainment's overall revenues, as well as approximately 15% of Sony's revenues. It is also evolving rapidly towards new business business models, alongside dynamic changes in the games industry, including the US launch of PlayStation Direct in September 2019. As part of this evolution, we are looking to build on the successful launch of new direct-to-consumer business in the US with the launch in Europe. We are seeking individuals with an entrepreneurial spirit interested in working together at the forefront of online retail experiences aimed at exceeding the expectations of the gaming community. So with this, I want to ask one thing to Sony. Where is the Canadian Direct store? Are you going to expand the US store to Canada as well when this launches in Europe? I personally hope so, but this branching to Europe definitely means PlayStation Direct in the US has been successful so far for them. I would assume European gamers are about to get a solid Direct from Sony's service if it's anything like the US iteration of the platform, and access to Sony exclusive merchandise as well. But you guys let me know if you've used or want to use PlayStation Direct or not. Let me know down in the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "Direct the games my way." So with this expansion in Europe, hopefully PlayStation Direct expands to more of the globe and more people have access to this pretty solid service from what I've seen. So if you're excited for all of that, destroy the comment section with "Direct the games my way," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays at the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.